Welcome back. Well, it was a tough weekend for the South Dakota football team up in Fargo, suffering a 49-14 loss at the hands of the Bison. But with the final week of the regular season upon us, which includes a huge game ahead against USD's most storied rival, there's not too much time to dwell on this past Saturday's loss. So for more on that, here's Jay Elson in Vermillion with head coach Bob Nielson.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Well, Bob, the Fargo Dome, as you well know, never an easy place to go and play, but given all the circumstances coming into that game, did it feel like you walked into a bit of a hornet's nest on Saturday?
Well, we knew full well that we were going to get their very best, coming off a loss, getting a chance to get back home their senior day, and certainly North Dakota State brought their A game to the table.
You had to be feeling at least okay about the way things started for you offensively. First drive covered 75 yards, included a couple of third and long conversions. Certainly a great way to start that game offensively.
Was exactly what you want to do. You know, take the ball against one of the country's best defenses and put it in the end zone on the opening drive. I thought Chris was exceptional in that drive. Made a couple plays with his feet, including the touchdown run to put us out in front.
On the other side, SDSU did not run the ball particularly well in their loss at South Dakota State. Part of that is because they fell behind, but they seemed pretty determined to get that part of their game going against you on Saturday, and they were especially tough when they got it outside the tackle. So why was that part of the run game so effective for them?
We honestly didn't fit up that outside run play very well, and they took advantage of it. We tried to make an adjustment at halftime to how we were changing that certain formation, but it was a little bit of a too little too late, and the big plays are really what hurt us there, where they were able to get big chunks of yards in the running game at a time.
SDSU ended up 340 yards rushing on the day. That running game really did set up the pass for them, particularly that play action stuff, and led to a big day for their quarterback Easton Stick.
Yeah, he was on the money. We made it a little easy for him. We gave up a couple of big plays where we blew coverages, which is not something that we had done throughout the first two-thirds to three-quarters of the season. And part of that was they were so effective running the football that we had to get more guys involved, and too many guys lost their keys.
When you had the ball, the Bison came after Chris pretty hard. He handled that pressure, by all accounts, very well. But how did their aggressiveness maybe limit some of your big play opportunities?
Well, we needed to win more battles on the perimeter one-on-one. They played us enough in individual coverage that we had some chances to make some big plays. We really only made one long pass play on the day, Dakari Allen with a nice catch, but we had some opportunities to make some bigger plays that we just didn't take advantage of, which could have certainly made a big difference.
Even in the loss, Chris Strevler, fantastic numbers, 30 of 47 passing for 232 yards, also rushed for 93 yards and a couple of scores. He certainly showed up to play on Saturday and delivered a heck of an effort.
Yeah, what a true warrior. I mean, I've coached a lot of guys in 25 years. I don't know if I've coached a better competitor, and Chris really competed. We just didn't help him very much. We needed some other guys to battle the same way that Chris did on Saturday.
Well, that loss does drop you to 7-3 overall. Now 4-3 in the Valley with the regular season finale coming up Saturday. Everybody know who's that one against, and South Dakota State coming in here. Needless to say, given that's all that is in play here, it's far from just another game.
Yeah, it's a big game. A big game not because it's just a rivalry this year. It's a big game because it means a lot for both teams right now, and it's a great position to be in. Certainly for us, an opportunity to do something that a South Dakota team hasn't done in the Division I era in several regards. And so our guys, we went through Sunday and talked a little bit about North Dakota State, but it's onward and upward this week.
Kind of nice to finally get one of these big ones at home, too. You look at your situation at Illinois State, homecoming for them. You go to UNI. They had a big crowd that day. And then, of course, North Dakota State in that situation. So finally, you get to deal with one of these in the friendly confines of the Dakota Dome.
Well, we've played well at home, and the second half of the season, we knew the way that it's set up. We were going to have some tough games on the road, and we're going to have to take advantage of every home game opportunity. And excited to be back in the Dome in front of what's going to be a great crowd here on Saturday.
All right. Well, thanks as always for your time, Bob. We'll of course have much more on that big Showdown Series matchup with the Jackrabbits coming up throughout this week here on Midco Sports Tonight. Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Jay. I think all of South Dakota is looking forward to Saturday's game at the Dakota Dome. That'll be live right here on Midco SN with the pregame show beginning at 1:30. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. And as Jay said, we'll have more on the rivalry game as the week goes on. Well, next on Midco Sports Tonight, we send it up to Grand Forks for some North Dakota coach talk. Alex Heinert sits with Fighting Hawks football head coach Bubba Schweiger to talk about what to take from this 2017 season. Stay tuned.